First impressions, it is super detailed. Can we draw them? Okay, so you can even draw shapes. Wow, this is awesome. So it chose the font, which definitely matches the vibe itself. Wow, another day, another model. Claude Fable 5 and Mythos 5 got released. Well, Fable 5 got released. So we have access and we can test it. Mythos is not available to the public, but Claude Fable 5 is. And it is apparently on the same level as Mythos. So we are going to give it a test. I'm not going to look into the stats and all the PR stuff. As you can see, it just crashes pretty much anything that we know of. But yeah, we'll have to see how it actually performs visually, especially visually, because it's a design and product management channel, really. Pretty awesome day, Fable 5, let's go. Okay, so in this test, I do want to make something a little bit more comprehensive and complicated. So this is an enterprise application. As you can see, you can view PDF or drawing sheets really here in this canvas. It has a bunch of contextual tools with toolbars. It's got a table, a tree view, I guess, that's what you would call this, or an accordion style layout. So what I want to test now is just giving it a simple prompt to take this screenshot. No framework specified, just to use Tailwind, Lucid icons, and that the application needs to be hooked up into tools, so I can click through the prototype itself and actually see what it is going to output. So it's going to have to make a decision what kind of a framework to use. As you can see here in this area, there's nothing, there are no files, so it's going to have to make the decision and go and build this. I do want to see how detailed the prototype is going to be compared to the screenshot, if it's going to be following, if it's got the proper vision, understanding what is in the screenshot, and then obviously make sure that it actually understands it and gives us the proper application itself. So there's a screenshot which looks super promising, I must say. Obviously white space, I think it's just a zooming issue, and it did use 36% of the context window, which is not bad. So actually let's open this in the Chrome browser. Oh wow, damn, this is first impressions. It is super detailed, and I think let's actually look at the image itself. So this is the image. This is an actual production application that people are using and paying a lot of money for. So this is the image. As we can see, the drawing sheet, we've got the takeoff types, and we've got our accordion style and a list and a bunch of contextual toolbars and the HTML. And yeah, it chose to just do one HTML, which is fine for this test. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so we can zoom in, you can zoom out, we can pan as well. So it actually recreated this as an SVG itself, which is just insane. What else is here? We can fit to view. Do any of these work? Okay, so these ones also work. So let me show you actually. So we can add elements, we can add text. Wow, this is wild. This is super awesome. What does this one do? Okay, so it hides just the bottom draw, no settings. Okay, we can hide and show the annotations. Pretty amazing. Can we draw them? Okay, so you can even draw shapes. We've got our lines as well. Super impressive. And the distance as well, or the measurement. It's probably not accurate, but you get the idea. And then we have our accordions. Can we expand this? Yes, so we can expand them. Pretty accurate. It actually kept the color theme as well. The blue, the light blue on hover and selection is actually very accurate and in the same design system as the Autodesk, because this is an Autodesk application. The takeoff as well, can we select? Yes, we can select. I mean, this is actually super, super detailed for one prompt with just one image. I am actually super impressed. Okay, so this test is going to be a little bit unique because what I would like to do is create a page where we can see the journey of Odysseus from Homer's masterpiece, obviously. So all I'm going to give it is to ask it to create the journey with a timeline of Odysseus's journey, and then probably just use this image as a reference. It's not going to generate images, but it might give it an idea when it comes to the theme to use. Maybe it's going to generate some SVGs that can tell a better story about the timeline itself, but hey, we'll see. So let's go to cursor and let's actually kick this off. Hey, do you know Homer's Iliad, the Odysseus's journey back home? I would like to create a kind of a timeline of the journey itself. I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. Let me know, by the way, if you have seen the Nolan's trailer of Odysseus, or is it Odyssey? Yeah, it's Odyssey. Let me know in the comment if you've seen it, what you think about it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'll be curious what you think. Okay, so we've got our Odyssey, and it's looking quite interesting from the screenshot itself, at least. God damn. Okay, so it did use the image. It just decided to use the image. That's fine. Wow, this is awesome. So it chose the font, which definitely matches the vibe itself. It's got a quote. You can begin the journey. So if we click, it takes us to a card that describes the year, where it started, and what else can we do? We can... Okay, so we can play... No, it does. Okay, so it advances automatically. So it's station number 2. Oh, damn. So we can see also visually. This is awesome. Let's actually start again. This is nice. The fact that it's not able to generate images, obviously they had to use SVGs. That's nice. I like the color theme. Well, definitely matches better the vibe than the trailer that Nolan made when it comes to Odyssey. Okay, and then we have the cast itself. We've got Odysseus, Athena, Poseidon. Okay, and then we can read about them. We've got nice on whole verse, as you can see here. It adds a little bit of a gradient. I like that they understood, obviously, the intent, the style of it, and it generated I think, a very compelling one-pager. And it took a few minutes. Much better than the trailer, by the way. Okay. Let's move on. Good stuff. So in this test, I want to see how good it is in following mirror diagrams when it comes to user journey. Yeah, using Miro MCP server within a cursor. So it's a little bit messy, but it's kind of intentional. I want to see if it's going to analyze properly the purchasing flow, and it is going to be purchasing a coffee. I've got this simple shell application. Doesn't look amazing when it comes to UI. So what I want to do, that's what this shell has. There's no product page. There is no checkout. It's just this. It's going to have to do is create a product page with a bunch of attributes, then the ability to select the attributes, add to cart, and then do the whole process of actually checking out, which is described in this Miro. Okay, so we've got our Miro MCP test, creating the purchasing flow using Roseline shell application. So it should have created a product page. Obviously, it doesn't generate images, so there are no images here that we have. Although I'm not sure, maybe it can generate images. Let me know in the comment below. Maybe it does. Anyway, yeah, okay, so simple product page. It has the rows, it's got the grind, back size, frequency as well. So subscription and then quantity. So let's pick something medium. Okay, so it did refresh. I'm not a fan of this. It should not refresh the entire page. Medium espresso updates the price, and then frequency, one time or every 2 weeks or monthly. Let's do 2 weeks and then add to cart. Okay, so it is in the cart. It shows the notification, one item, and we can go keep shopping. That's correct. Or we can open cart. So let's just open the cart. Okay, very, very, very simple. Actually, let me add another one just quickly, see how it looks like. Let's do monthly and then open cart. Good stuff. So it adds more. We can change the quantity as well. We can delete one, as you can expect, and then we can proceed to checkout. Let's see what happens. We've got a simple checkout form. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so the icon here should not be black, obviously. Does the calendar work? Yes. Pretty default calendar. Yeah, not a styled one. We can pick a date. We can obviously type in the name, address. There is no validation. I would have hoped there would be some validation, some kind of a JavaScript maybe. Yeah, it's pretty simple, as you can imagine, but the test was for it to see if it follows the Miro. Well, if it understands what's in the Miro, and then if it follows the instructions. We can place the order, and order has been confirmed. We've got the number, our subscription summary, and then we can go back to the coffees. Nice, nice. So it did follow instructions. It did understand the flow. Good job. Hey, can you generate a Tetris game for me, please? You can use any technology that you like. Just make sure that it's visually pleasing, and it obviously reassembles the Tetris games as closely as possible. Okay, so this is our game. It's again one HTML file. Let's hit start. What can we do? We can move. We can use our keyboard. We can move. We can rotate. Nice. Okay, play. So it's falling down. Okay, so it's suggesting where it's gonna fall down. Interesting. Yeah, this is cool. It works visually. It's fine, I guess. That's what you would expect from a Tetris game, right? And let's see if I fail. Game over. Good. I guess it's fine. Yeah, I mean, visually it's pretty boring. It's pretty standard slop. Okay, guys, so this is it. Super quick, different tests, probably too many tests. I am actually still super impressed how detailed this thing is, and the fact that it took just a few minutes. This is actually super impressive. I love this one. The Miro MCP, also nice. Obviously the UI, that's on me. The UI is not great, but it did follow the instructions. The Odysseus's journey and the timeline, again, simple UI. I mean, that's what I would expect. But it did pull it off. The fact that you get these animations that are pretty smooth, really nice, really, really nice. So again, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. If you have used Fable 5, just let me know in the comment your thoughts and your impressions. So thank you, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.